So we'll start off with a few minutes of seated meditation. Find a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. And we'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let go. Another deep breath in. And exhale as you release. Really allowing the body to settle, making any final adjustments to your seat that you need to. Feel the sense of everything that's quite heavy in the body. Whether that's the sense of your legs or your body on the ground. The heaviness of the shoulders. Or even just a heaviness of breath, if that's how you're feeling. Maybe noticing that slight pause at the bottom of your exhalation. Just allowing yourself to be here, grounded, steady, stable. And noticing all that feels light in the body. Maybe the lightness of heart. Or the lightness of the breath lifting up as you inhale. As though the body is lifting out of its seat. As though it's filled with just a little bit of helium. And you gently lift and lengthen the spine. And you feel a very subtle lift through the crown of the head. As though each of the spaces between each vertebrae is decompressing. And notice what feels warm in the body. Feeling of warmth, element of fire, and heat. And now noticing what's cool in the body. Maybe the mouth, the palms, or the soles of the feet. finally noticing what's still in the body. And noticing any movement, tingling or vibration. Just resting within the play of all of these concordant factors. Heaviness and lightness, heat and cool, stillness and movement. And feeling how the body can be alive with all of them, our experience can be alive with all of them at once. And gently join the palms, bow the chin. We'll release our arms, allow the eyes to open. And then come to hands and knees for just a moment so you can take whatever you have nearby. So if that's a blanket, if it is a block, if it is a pillow, then that's great. But if you're using a blanket, I'm going to have you take it and roll it up into a little taquito. Place it across about a third of your mat so that it's parallel with the short edge of the mat. And then come to lie down onto your back. So placing the bottom edge of the shoulder blades right on the top crest of that blanket. Allow the back of the head to drop down. Your shoulders and arms should be able to pretty comfortably rest over the same side of the blanket as your head, your neck. And then you can stretch your arms out. You can reach through the palms. Take a big in-breath here. And just relax and take a moment. So either legs long or feet to the floor, knees bent, both are totally fine. I just want you to take a few moments here breathing into the low belly. So feeling on the in-breath the rise of the belly, and feeling on the out-breath of the exhalation, the way that the belly carves in. Just another 2 or 3 breaths here. Letting the pelvis be heavy, letting the collarbone spread, letting a gentle lift of the sternum and the heart. And on your next in-breath, go ahead and reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms towards the ceiling. Nice deep breath here. Then exhale, reach the arms alongside the ears. And reach to the heels, just a nice big stretch. We'll go ahead and relax the arms, roll to one side. Just remove that blanket from behind you, come back onto your back. Nice. And just right away, right ankle on top of the left knee, come to a figure four. There, Sukhirundrasana. Hug your left knee towards your chest. Hands behind the back of the left thigh. And continue to feel that deep belly breath, so as though you could breathe into the back body. Breathe right down through the floor. If you like a little more movement, of course, roll your left ankle, rock your head side to side. Anything that feels accessible and nice to you. And we'll gently release the hands, unwind the legs, hug both knees towards your chest. Take the knees wide. Go ahead and reach for the feet or the shins or the ankles, whatever feels appropriate. And take your feet wide into a happy baby pose. So your hands could be behind the thighs. And if you'd like to, like Laura's doing, just a little rock side to side. Nice way to wake up in the morning. And we'll release the right foot to the floor as you're ready. Left ankle on top of the right knee. And hug the right knee towards the chest. And left foot flexed, and then just go ahead and relax into it, letting the shoulders drop. Neck is released. The head is just moving down towards the floor. And again, if you like a little movement, roll the left ankle, rock the head. You could rock your legs side to side a little. Always good. It's nice to find a lot of stillness in a practice. It's nice to find movement in a practice. And then it's nice to have a little room for play. And so one more time, we'll release the hands. Unwind the legs, hug both knees towards the chest. Take the knees wide, reach up for the feet, come to happy baby pose or whatever your variation of this is. And then we'll hug knees to the chest, roll to one side, make your way to hands and knees. And then from hands and knees, tuck the toes under, reach the hips up and back, make your way into a downward facing dog. And right away in down dog, go ahead and pedal your feet. Just taking some time maybe to pause and luxuriate on one side with the knee bends, reaching through heel, lengthening back of the leg. And then maybe switching sides. And two straightish legs or two bent legs, right? It really doesn't matter. I'd like you to prioritize the spine in this. So in a way that you can do that, right? That means bent knees, then great. Go ahead and reach the tops of the thighs up and back. Come high on the balls of your feet, in whatever version of this you're doing. Knees bent or knees straight, high on the balls of the feet. And try to lengthen the arms as much as you can. Send the tops of the thighs back as though somebody's pulling them. And then reach down and back through the heels. All right, so feel the spine nice and long. Again, on your in-breath, come high on the toes. Nice, reach tops of the thighs up and back. Lengthen your arms, lengthen the sideways. Good, and from here, can you reach the sternum towards the mat just a little bit more? And reach down and back through the heels. Good, so really, really long. Awesome. You can go ahead and step your right foot forward between your hands. Bring the left knee to the floor, both hands up to the right knee, and then untuck the back toes. Okay, so as we've done many times before, press down through the top of the left foot. Back out of this just a little bit so that you're lifting up and the hips are a little higher than they maybe would be. Good, and then inhale as you reach the left arm up. Good, left arm really, really reaching. Right hand can come to the hip. Right hand could also come to a block or it could come to the floor. Then take one more in-breath here. And then exhale, take a little side bend. Nice, so imagine the space between the left knee and the left ring finger getting longer. Right, you can look forward or down or up, anything that's comfortable on the mat. Inhale as you rise up. And exhale, just release both hands to the floor. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale as you rock forward to a plank pose. Pause and plank. We'll just take a breath here. Grounding the hands, reaching back to the heels. And again, feel the tops of the thighs start to lift so that the hips are light and buoyant. Okay? Can you lengthen the sternum a little forward? And on your exhalation, downward facing dog. Nice. One in breath, lengthen the spine. Exhale as you step left foot forward, right knee to the floor, toes untucked. And then back out of it a little bit so the hips are a little more above the right knee. Left hand to the left hip. Inhale as you reach the right arm up. Good. Get really long first. And then left fingertips to a block or the floor, whatever's available. Take a nice side bend here, imagining the space between knee and outer hip and shoulder, shoulder and right ring finger getting longer. And one last in breath, right into sideways. And on your in breath, come back up through the center. Exhale as you release hands to the floor. Then step forward to Uttanasana, forward fold. Right, so for sure right now, keep your knees bent. And then hold on to opposite elbows. With elbows bent, arms reaching down, imagine now that the elbows are magnetized towards the floor. And with the elbows reaching towards the floor, root through the feet, and inhale, just lengthen the legs, start to reach the hips towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bend the knees. Inhale again, lengthen the legs. Exhale as you bend the knees. Good. Last time, inhale, root through the feet, lengthen the legs. Exhale as you bend the knees. Good. Release the arms. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand. And it's just letting the arms release. Shoulders heavy and down the back. Neck nice and light. Head nice and light. And then just simple sun salutations, a little modified. Inhale as you reach the arms up. Lift the chest, look up. Exhale to fold forward, Uttanasana. Good. On your in-breath, fingertips to shins, lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up, lift the chest, look up. Exhale to Samastitihi. Again like that. Inhale, reach the arms, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Fingertips to shins, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, hands to heart, Samastitihi. Inhale, reach the arms, lift the chest. Exhale to forward fold. So building a little heat through the body. Inhale as you lift halfway, fingertips to shins. Exhale, step the left foot back. Bring the right knee or left knee to the floor. All right. On your in breath, reach both arms up. Nice. Then exhale, bring hands to the floor. Leave your left hand planted. Tuck the back toes. And inhale as you lift left knee up. Reach the right arm up. Good. Turn into a twist. Exhale into it. Good. One more in breath here. Left thigh reaches. Exhale as you bring hands to the floor. Step to plank. Nice. Take one in breath and plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. From the floor, arms reach back by your sides. Turn the palms down. Inhale as you come to Shalabhasana, leaving the toes on the ground. Nice. Tops the feet on the ground. Good. One more breath here. Exhale as you release. One way or another, downward facing dog. Take a full in breath and down dog. And a full exhalation. And as you're ready, step the left foot forward. Bring right knee to the floor. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, bring hands to the floor. Tuck the back toes, lift that right knee up. And then exhale, turn and twist open to the left. Nice. Inhale here, get even longer. And exhale, both hands to the floor. Step forward to Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale as you rise up, lift the chest and look up. Exhale, Samastitihi, releasing down. Again, inhale, rise up through the feet, all the way through the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway to lengthen. Exhale as you step the right foot back, knee to the floor. Inhale, both arms rise. Exhale, hands to the floor, tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Nice, in breath. And then exhale as you turn and twist, left arm reaching high. Just same thing on this side. One more in breath here, try to fill the back of the body. Exhale, hands to the floor, step to plank. Inhale and plank press. Exhale to the floor. Nice. Arms by your sides, turn the palms down. Inhale, as you lift just the shoulders, the arms, lengthen the neck forward, pull the fingertips back. And exhale as you lower. One way or another, downward facing dog. A full in-breath and down dog. Full exhalation. Nice. One more inhalation here. And exhale as you step the right foot forward. Left knee to the floor. Inhale, both arms rise. Exhale, hands to the floor. Left hand stays planted. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, turn and twist on your exhalation. Good. One more in-breath here. Rotate, open, breathe into the back. So it's not the deepest twist. And exhale, hands to the floor. Step forward to Uttanasana. Good. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale as you rise up, lift the chest and look up. Exhale, relax the arms, Samastitihi. Good. Bend your knees. Sit down really low. Try to reach the fingertips towards the floor. So fingertips reaching back, and you send the tops of the thighs down a little bit more. And then pull the arms back like that Shalabhasana arm. Okay, so as the arms reach back, feel the back of the shoulders turn on, fingertips reaching, ring finger reaching. Can you bring a little more width into the back body? So instead of reaching forward through the belly, pull back a little bit. Good. One last in-breath. We'll reach the arms alongside the ears. Inhale. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway to lengthen. And exhale, step all the way back to plank. Good. Pause and plank. One in-breath. Exhale, lower to the floor. Nice. Keep your hands where they are, so wrists under the elbows. Try to pull back to the elbow tips. Inhale, start to lift the chest, reach the sternum forward. Nice. Still working. So even though we're in a back bend, we're still working on keeping the back body broad. Good. Add a little more gas to the hands. Try to pull them back, try to scrape them back, and add a little weight. And then exhale to lower down. Nice. Pause here. Reground the tops of the feet. Re-lengthen the back body. Inhale to a baby cobra. Good. Stay here. Feel the thighs start to work. Feel the tops of the feet press down. Lengthen the sternum forward so you're getting longer. And then exhale as you lower. Good. One more time. Tops of the feet press down. Thighs firm and start to lift away from the floor. Inhale to a baby cobra. Maybe now you start to lengthen the arms even more, coming to a teenage cobra. Maybe you start to work your way towards an upward facing dog. Good. If you're in upward facing dog, guys, lift away from the floor super long. One more breath. Roll the heads of the shoulders back. Then exhale to downward facing dog. Take a moment, pedal the feet. Manipura, the area of the solar plexus, warming and lifting the body, circulating energy through the body. Inhale as you lengthen the right leg up and back. Nice. Turn the toes out to the right. Bend the knee, open the hip, and lean back. Then exhale, step the right foot forward. Turn left heel to the floor. Inhale as you come to Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1. Good, nice strong pose. And then back out of it for just a moment. Lengthen the right leg a bit, if not all the way straight. Try to wrap that outer left hip forward, inner left thigh back. Good, feel more length through the side plates. And then exhale as you bend your right knee again. Good, let's do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen the right leg. Try to wrap that outer left hip forward. And exhale as you bend your knee. Nice, interlace your hands behind your back. Reach the knuckles down, broaden the collarbones, inhale. And then exhale, fold forward. Good, pausing here. Nice humble warrior. Let the neck release. Good, instead of reaching the arms overhead, which is a totally fine way to practice, reach the knuckles back. So you're starting to strengthen all of the stuff that supports the neck being relaxed and released. Good, one last in-breath, press through the feet. Exhale as you release the hands. Nice, step back, downward facing dog. Just keep it simple. Very nice. Inhale, lengthen your left leg up and back. Turn the toes to the left. Nice. Bend the knee, open the hip, lean back. Then exhale as you step that left foot forward. Turn right heel to the floor. Inhale to Virabhadrasana 1. Good. And then again, just working a little bit dynamically. Inhale as you lengthen your left leg. Try to wrap your outer right hip forward. It just makes it easier to do that. Inner right thigh back. And then exhale, rebend the knee. Good. Inhale, lengthen the left leg. Outer right hip wraps forward. Inner right thigh wraps back. Exhale, bend the knee. Good. One last in-breath. Get longer. Pull up through the ring fingers. Exhale as you interlace hands behind the back. Good. Knuckles reach back. Exhale to fold forward. If you tend to be somebody who goes for the most extreme version of something in your body, see if you can back off just a little bit today. And if you're somebody who tends to, so sorry for knocking you over, if you're somebody who tends to hold back a little bit for any number of reasons, see if you can just move your practice a little bit forward today, right? So if you can lean into it a little bit more. One last in-breath here. And exhale, release the hands. Step back to plank. One in-breath in plank. Exhale, lower to the floor. Nice. We'll interlace the hands behind the back again. This time, bend the knees. Good. Feet can touch. Knees should be just a little bit apart though. Give yourself a little bit of space. Good. And then without doing anything with the legs, just keep the knees bent. Inhale as you lift the shoulders, lift the head, lift the chest. Reach back through the arms. Good. And see if you can keep the same amount of length and broadness through the low back that we did in those other versions of Shalabhasana. It's really massaging the stuff in the belly. Exhale as you release. Turn your head, relax your legs. You can rock your legs side to side. And then one more time like that. Interlace the hands behind the back. Then try to take the awkward grip. Bend your knees. And your feet can touch, but let your knees be a little bit apart. And then inhale as you lift shoulders, head, arms. Good. Reaching those arm bones back. And then see now if you can lift your knees away from the floor just a little bit. So really strengthening, starting to put a little pressure on the belly, pressure on the front hip points. And exhale as you release. Turn your head, relax your legs. And go ahead and place your palms so that the wrists are under the elbows. Tuck the back toes. Good. Untuck the back toes. On your in-breath, come through a baby cobra or an adolescent cobra. Nice pause. And then re-energize the legs. Press down through tops of the feet. Inhale as you make your way to an upward facing dog. Right? Broadening the collarbones. Hips are light and buoyant, even though they're pulling down. Find one more breath here. And then exhale to downward facing dog. So step the right foot forward between the hands. Bring the left knee to the floor. Pad your back knee if you'd like to. Otherwise, we'll bend this left knee. So leave your left hand on the floor. Reach back with the right hand. Good. And find that inner edge of the foot first. Okay. Nice. So just pausing here. Notice if the outer ankle is kind of bowing out. If it feels like you're really pressing into it, try to lengthen the foot. Nice. And then back the hips out just a little bit. So pull the hips back. And as you do that, pull your heel towards your hip. If you need to use a strap, use a strap. Okay. Good. And then once you have that, try to keep the heel moving towards the hip. Drop the hips lower towards the floor. So opening through that right shoulder. And we're just keeping the right hand thumb pointed down today, right? It's a little internal rotation of that arm. One last breath. And exhale as you release hands to the floor. Tuck the back toes, downward facing dog. So we'll step the left foot forward, right knee to the floor. Right hand stays on the floor. Bend your right knee, reach back with the left hand, hold the inner edge of the foot with the thumb pointed down. And notice if you're sickling into the outer ankle, which all of us do. Okay. And then, so for most of us, we just drop into this. Back the hips up a bit, so press into your left foot, pull the hips back a little bit. Try to pull the right heel towards the hip. And then keep that distance the same, but let the hips drop down just a little bit. Letting left shoulder drop. And one last in-breath here. It's really opening up left side of the lung, front of the right hip. And on your exhalation, we'll release the hands, release the leg, step all the way back, downward facing dog. Take a moment, just feel the aftertaste of the pose, right? And we'll inhale, come all the way forward to plank. Exhale, lower to the floor. Nice. We'll reach the arms back by the sides. You can do any of the previous versions. Otherwise, bend your knees. Knees just a little bit apart, right? Give yourself a little bit of room so they're hip distance apart. Much wider than that, it starts to work into the low back too much. And then we'll reach back and see if you can find the front of the ankle. So both sides, with a little Dhanurasana. Okay, notice if your feet are sickling in. That's into the outer ankles. Try to pull the outer edge of your feet out. Good. We'll take an in-breath here. Good. And then exhale as you press down. Nice. So use the legs as levers today. So as the shins pull back, You're getting this big opening through the front of the body. Lots of length still in the low back, even though we're in a back bend. One more breath. Looks beautiful. And exhale as you release all the way down. Nice. You might leave your knees bent and rock your legs side to side. You might rock the hips gently side to side. One more time, Dhanurasana. Bend your knees. Reach back for the fronts of the shins or the ankles. So another place where you can use a strap if you'd like, or take another version. On your exhalation, go ahead and lift up. Nice. And then focus the breath to not only move forward, but to also move back. Don't worry about how high we're lifting. We're going for maximum length. Looks good. And as you exhale, lower down to your head, relax your legs. Any little movement that you need to do. And one way or another, make your way onto hands and knees. Downward facing dog, just one last time. Pedal the feet, move around. We'll step the left foot forward, or whichever foot you would like to step forward. Laura's going to step her left foot forward. Turn and ground both feet. Good. And she's going to pause here just with the hands on the floor. And for sure, if you need hands on blocks, that's great. Take an in-breath just like this. Lengthen the legs back. Hops the thighs reach back. And exhale as you fold down. So if you don't have room, but if your proportions right now or your flexibility or mobility allows you to bring your head to the floor, I challenge you to shorten your stance a little bit. So walk the feet in a little bit so that the spine can really hang. Walk your feet in just a tiny bit here. Good. And let there be a lot of room for the spine to hang and lengthen. Good. And after all of that, all of those back bends, now feel the space between the back of the hip bones and the back ribs. Get a little more space, a little more life. So remembering this feeling, inhale as you come back to your hands if you're not already, fingertips to the floor or blocks. Then leave your right hand where it is, left hand to your head. And as you exhale, turn and open the chest to the left. Nice, left arm can reach high. Nice. We'll bend your right knee just a little bit. Good. And then slowly, slowly start to lengthen that right thigh back again. Good. Bend your right knee. Lengthen the right thigh back. And then last time, bend your right knee. Lengthen the right thigh back. Inhale. Exhale as you release hand to the floor. Nice. Left hand replaces where the right was. Right hand to the right hip. Take an in-breath. And then exhale, twist. Allow yourself to wrap and rotate. Reach the right arm up. And once again, we'll bend the left knee. It doesn't have to be super deep. Inhale, send the left thigh back. Good. Bend the left knee. And send the thigh back. Nice. One more time. Inhale, bend the knee. And exhale, send the thigh back, wrapping the ribs, rotating the chest. Exhale as you release the hand. Nice. One more time, forward fold. If you'd like to hold your outer ankles, if you'd like to interlace your hands behind your back, you have another variation that feels really good to you, do that. Nice. Really simply just walking the hands forward as you're ready. Bend the knees, come down onto your seat. You can just face the long side of the mat. Great. Super good. All right, from here, left shin in front of the right, floor is already there. Walk your heel so it's under the knee. Good. Fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, just walk the hands forward. And it's a nice forward fold. Soften the neck. You might gently rock or sway side to side. It can feel really soothing on the nervous system. Inhale, walk the hands up. And it's just really simply switch the legs. Right shin in front of the left. Sukhasana, sit on a blanket if you'd like to sit on a blanket. Feet flexed, ankles under the knees the best you can. Inhale. And then exhale as you lean forward. Letting the thighs ground, letting the spine lengthen. It's really nice. Allow there to be a little softness, a little ease now. On your in-breath, we'll walk the hands up and back. Nice. Unwind the legs. Good. And I'm going to have Laura turn. You guys can stay exactly as you are. Go ahead and grab your blanket if you have your blanket. I really prefer this with 2 blankets if it's possible, or maybe even 3 blankets if it's possible. But for a lot of us, it's not. So just use what you have. So we'll take the blanket in its little square. Come down onto your back. If you don't have a blanket, that's okay too. And just let the back of the head rest on the floor. Have your block nearby, or your book, or whatever it is. Lower it down through the feet. Lift the hips up. Nice. And just go ahead and place that block underneath the back of the sacrum. Good. If you have a couple of blocks, you can build your stack a little bit higher. That's fine. We'll turn the palms up. And then feel free to stay right here. We're only going to be here for a minute or so. Or you can bend one knee at a time, bring it in towards your chest. Lengthen your legs towards the ceiling. Good. Just be free to karate. Another nice way to do this is to have a strap around the feet. You can hold on to the strap if that feels more supportive to you. All we're focused on is just returning a little of the fluid back to the heart, draining blood out of the legs from standing poses, energizing the mind, energizing the brain. Just one last breath here. And gently release whatever you've got, feet to the floor. Root through the feet, lift the hips. Remove that block. You can leave the blanket there if that's comfortable to you. Otherwise, you can remove the blanket if you like it. All right. And we'll lengthen out the legs. Okay, for those of you who have just the 45 minutes, this is your time. For those of you who have a little bit longer, definitely stay in Shavasana for 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes if you can. For those of you in Shavasana, take one final deep breath in through the nose. And we'll open the mouth and exhale. Allow the body to relax and rest down towards the floor. And when you're ready to leave your Shavasana, begin to gently deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Lick your lips, maybe swallow to clear your throat. We'll bring one knee into the chest at a time. And maybe just give yourself a little rock there, side to side, just gentle, gentle. And transition to your right side, your solar side. And from there, we'll use the hands and arms to come all the way up to seated. Join the palms, bow the chin. A moment of gratitude for our time, for our practice and efforts. Maybe just sending a wish or a prayer or a mantra, however you'd like to think of it, for you out into your day. Just moving with greater ease, greater balance. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope you have a great day. Namaste, everybody. Thank you to our beautiful model, Laura.